All right, good evening. My name is Salah Razak Oladipukbo, aka Salo. Yesterday, I posted on my WhatsApp status this question. I said, if I asked you to suggest a topic you'd want me to talk about in a short video, what would that be? And of course, I did get a couple of responses, very, very interesting responses, I must say. And that's the reason I'm making this video. The very first response I got was that I should speak about piety. So Almighty Allah Azza wa Jalla said in the glorious Qur'an, He says, "Laysa libir an tuwallu ujuakum kibala limashriq wal maghrib." He says, "It is not righteousness that ye turn your faces towards the east or the west." It is not righteousness alone. It is not the full definition of righteousness that you turn your faces to the east or the west in prayers. It's not that because you go to the mosque every now and then to say your salat, that is not the full definition of righteousness. It says, "Walakin al-bir," but let me tell you what righteousness is. It says, "Man amana billahi wal yawmil akhir." Righteousness or righteous is he who believes in Allah and the last day. And what exactly are we talking about when we say someone has to believe in Allah? For you to believe in Allah, you have to believe that He is one. Only He deserves to be worshipped. He has no partners or associates. He has no sons, no daughters. He is one, and He is the only one that deserves to be worshipped. You must believe that Allah is the one who created you, who created your forefathers, and He is the one who causes good to happen to you, and there is nothing that happens to you without His knowledge. So you must believe in Allah, and you must believe that there is the day of resurrection, the last day, the day when we will all be called to account for our deeds. You must also believe in the angels. You must believe that they are not the sons of Allah, they are not the daughters of Allah, they are created by Allah from light, and they do not do except what they've been commanded. You must also believe in the book, which is the Qur'an. You must believe that the Qur'an is revealed by Allah to the messenger sallallahu alaihi wasallam. You must believe in the messengers in their entirety. As a Muslim, you do not say, "I believe in this messenger and I disbelieve in the next." You must believe in them all as messengers from Allah, and that they brought the message, they lived righteous lives. As Muslims, we do not believe that some messengers actually some people are accused of sleeping with their daughters, even though they are prophets. Some are accused of slander or the likes. We as Muslims, we do not believe that the messengers are such people. We believe in what has been revealed about the messengers in the Quran. And of course, for you to be a righteous person, it's not sufficient only that you pray. It's not sufficient only that you have all of these beliefs. You must also act. And what actions are we talking about here? Allah Azza wa Jalla says in the glorious Quran that you must spend out of the substance that Allah has provided for you. Why are you spending? You must spend because of your love for Allah. And who should you be spending to? Allah says you must spend for your kin, those who are close to you, your wives, your children, your parents, your brothers, your siblings, your family members, extended family members, people from your village, of course, the rest of mankind. You must spend for your kin, for the orphans, those who do not have parents. You are in a location, you're well to do, you see people who have lost their parents, either father or mother. You must be able and willing to help them. Of course, you must also help the needy, those who need something either periodically or who are constantly in need. You must help them. Of course, you must also help the wayfarer, someone who is traveling and who happens to be stranded. You must try to help them because that's one of the characteristics of a righteous person. And of course, you must also help those who ask. Whether it is that you believe that the person has enough, if someone approaches you to beg for your favors, you should try as much as possible to help them. The least you could do is, in such a situation, if you're unable to help, at least say to them good words. Do not curse people because they've come to ask you for one favor or the other. Allah Azza wa Jalla that you must also, as a righteous person, you must try as much as possible to ransom people who are indebted. When you come in contact with people who are slaves, who are either indebted, um, and you have capacity to free them of their indebtedness, you should do that as a righteous person. And of course, you must be steadfast in your salat. A righteous person is not one who prays haphazardly, someone who decides to pray in the morning, skip afternoon prayers, and pray everything at night. As a Muslim, you must keep to the times of a salat, and that's one of the things that defines whether or not you're a righteous person. And of course, you must practice regular charity. You must be one whose hands are not tight. You must give charity to those who are needy. Remember that we've listed some of the people that qualifies for our charity. You must give charity to people whether or not you know them, as long as you feel they are needy. Those who ask of you, you must give to them. And of course, as a righteous person, you must fulfill the contracts which you have made. As an employee in an organization, you signed up to a contract to render services to your employer, and you're supposed to get paid for doing the job. A righteous person is not someone that abdicates their responsibility. You must fulfill the contract. When you promise to do something for someone, you must try everything within your capabilities to ensure that you deliver. And of course, you must be firm in the path of Allah. You must be firm whenever you're accosted by either arrogant people, by bad people. You must stand firm in the cause of Allah. You must be patient. Patience is a virtue, and Allah Azza wa Jal says in several parts of the Quran that He loves those who are patient. Whenever you are in pain or adversity, you must exercise patience. Rasulullah Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam said in several ahadith, he says, patience is in the first stroke of a calamity. A believer is someone who knows that Allah has the best of him or her at heart, and that whatever happens, happens with the knowledge of Allah. So you must be patient. In times of pains and adversity, you must be patient. And throughout all periods of panic, you are in a place, you are unsure what's about to happen. People are scaring you. You think the whole world is about to fall down on your head. You must be patient. For verily Allah is with those who are patient. Allah Azza wa Jalla rounds up his definition of those people who can consider as righteous. He says, those who have all of these characteristics, who exhibit all of these traits that I've listed above, says, Ulaika allazina sadaku. These are the people of truth. These are the people that we can truthfully say are righteous people. Wa ulaika humul muttaqun. These are the people who qualify as those who are God-fearing. I hope that with this singular verse I've been able to explain what piety is all about. It is not just about praying, turning your faces towards the east or the west. It's much more than that. It's to believe. There's an element of belief that has to do with righteousness. But of course, belief alone is not sufficient. You must also act. In terms of your actions with Allah, your relationship with Allah, you must make sure that that is very strong. Your relationship with people, those who are next of kin, those who you know in your surroundings, those that you do not even know, such as the wayfarers and those who ask. You must make sure that your relationship with Allah is intact, your relationship with people are intact. You fulfill your promises whenever you make them. You must be patient whenever adversity touches you. You must believe in Allah, that Allah is one who is in charge of everything. Nothing happens without His knowledge. When you are able to combine all of these characteristics, then you can qualify as a righteous person. Or whenever you meet someone with all of these characteristics that exhibits these characteristics most of the time, then you can say, well, from what is apparent to you, this person is a righteous person. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. See you next time. Bye bye.